Oh, watch out, Brownie's on the left wing.
you
See
fixed
how
it.
that? Yeah,
How'd
dude, we
you do
switched
that?
in. I'm smart at this. Welcome
Fuck,
back
man,
to another
let's
episode
go.
of the Morning Skate, episode 329. This episode is brought to you by Key Sparkling Water, your official Ked's Key sponsor of the 2024 softball team up in Saratoga Springs. We're looking to win our first summer championship. But Key Sparkling Water, dude. Head on over to the website, keysparklingwater.com. Use the promo code TMS24. It saves you 20%. We're getting some pretty good reviews around the league. We've been handing out a couple cans here, a couple cans there. People are really enjoying it. One kid came up to me yesterday and he's like, dude, I had that green one. I fucking loved it. And you gave me another flavor and I've literally just been saving it. I can't wait to try it out, which I was like kind of a psycho move, but I appreciate you. But yeah, Key Sparkling Water, check them out. Brownie's got the Key Sparkling Water t-shirt on. We have any words for our sponsor here?
I got the Key Sparkling Water t-shirt on. I've enjoyed all my Key. I need to get more. And Beauty Unis, since I'm wearing a Key Sparkling t-shirt here, I believe that puts you on notice.
I see what you're doing. Yeah, dude. I would like a hoodie. XL would be pretty cool. But yeah, guys, keysparklingwater.com, TMS24, 20%. I'm going to hit the music now.
Wallet.
Phone, wallet, key. Phone, wallet, key. And here is the intro music.
The countdown going on right now. Morrow up to Schultz. 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles?
Welcome to the Morning Skate.
Fuck yeah, welcome back to the Morning Skate, episode 329. Your host, Ked, joined by my co-host, Brownie. Brownie, what is going on, dude?
Nothing. No, everything's good. I'm glad we're back. It's been a while since we talked, but I have on this to my right, I have the game on, or what's going to be the game, the Colorado Dallas game with Rupe Hintz out tonight. But I just been watching a lot of ESPN.
So they're so bad,
dude.
They're
like,
so fucking
just
bad.
put Ryan Callahan with McDonough and let them do every game.
Yeah,
I don't need to hear Ray, I get paid by the amount of words coming out of my mouth, Ferraro. I don't need to hear Leah, my voice could break glass, Hextall. I don't need to see PK and Bucci Gras jerking each other off under the table while Messier is just trying to keep it together. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah, they're like
the product. Just accept it. Don't try to be TNT.
Dude, it's bad. It's like really
Horrible.
bad. I wish they would just do like a focus group and they would put like one side ESPN, one side TNT, and put like 100 people in the room, and not one person is going to vote for ESPN.
No.
And that's what TNT having Anson Carter, and they're still going to win.
I'll tell you right now, Anson Carter would be
careful.
better than anyone on ESPN outside of Callahan and McDonough and Messier.
No. I hate Ray Ferraro, and I'd rather have Ray Ferraro.
Not a chance. Ray Ferraro talks. He gets paid by the word. I have no doubt. And he's not even the best hockey player in his family.
I don't know, dude. I think it's ace here is just so fucking cringe. But
they all do it. Biz does it too.
Yeah, but because he's Biz. Like, Anson Carter created his own nickname and has been shoving it down our throats for the past 3 years. Pierre Maguire is 1,000 times better than Anson Carter. It's not even fucking close.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like Pierre Maguire.
It's not even close. We have a lot to talk about.
Yep.
It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But
it's hard when the Bruins and Rangers are playing alternating nights. We don't have a night that we can pod. Thankfully, they both made it to the second round, which we'll talk about more. Mm-hmm. But we got this little gap because the Rangers play tomorrow and the Bruins play Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why we're podding tonight. So let's just kind of get into it. We have a lot to talk about. Mea culpas.
Hi, this is Mea Culpa, and I'm here to introduce the Morning Skates Mea Culpas with Ked and Brownie.
Every time I hear her talk, I still think it's crazy that we found a person named Mea Culpa.
I found a bunch, just one responded. All right, so Zdeno Chara, he's run 8 marathons in the last 12 months.
Hardo.
The owners of the new Utah NHL team are Ryan and Ashley Smith. Made their money by creating Qualtrics, which is an experience management company, which I have no idea what that even means.
I want to say they do like surveys. That sounds familiar for some reason, Qualtrics.
Oh, there you go. I probably could have done more research, but I chose not to.
That's fine. They're nerds.
Another boat down in the Straits of Gibraltar by the orcas. This happened yesterday.
No
I'm
way.
totally team killer whale on this.
Bro, I every once in a while I'm on TikTok and I'll just get videos of these orcas just fucking shit up, dude.
Yeah.
Like they
Listen.
do not care. These poor seals go flying. Dolphins
yeah.
flying. Dude, did you see the one recently? They took out a great white shark.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they don't mess around.
They don't fuck around, dude.
And the easy way to fix this, just don't put a boat in the Straits of Gibraltar. It's a pretty simple fix.
Yes.
The NHL bracket ads, this is not really a mea culpa. It's just this is just annoying to me. Everyone did their bracket. They're trying to turn it into the basketball. I keep getting emails like, you could redo your bracket. It's like, you're so thirsty. Just leave me alone. I did it once and we're done. Right?
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
And then lastly, this is a little bit of a humble brag. So because I'm a credentialed media person for the PWHL, I've been getting all the emails about the playoffs and, stuff like that. Buddy, I'm getting invited on Zoom calls with like Courtney Kessel and Hillary Knight.
It's pretty cool.
I haven't done one because I don't want to be like, yeah, hi, this is Brownie from the Morning Skate.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'd like to
What
come
are
on
you
the podcast, please?
Do it. That'd be unbelievable.
We'll talk about the PWHL as we go through this, but
And ESPN,
cool.
I think ESPN also has a mea culpa. I forget what game it was, but it was a Rangers game where there was like 1 minute left to go in the game, and they just went straight.
And they
to
went to the other game. Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Right?
What are we? Come on. What are we doing?
And
what are we doing?
How many times has ESPN the puck not been on the screen?
They don't have a fucking clue what's going on, man.
It's horrible. We
That's
are
what we got there.
underway in Dallas, Colorado, by the way.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about that. All right, NHL news here, Rope. All right, PWHL 3 stars of the week. Kristen Campbell was the first star. Toronto 2 shutouts, saved every puck that was faced, and didn't let anything in. 2 games played, so good on her. Aaron Frankel had the second star for Boston. 2 overtime wins, a .982 save percentage, and a .65 goals against in 2 games played. And Blair Turnbull for Toronto, 2 goals in 2 games played in the playoffs. 55.6 face-off percentage and 9 hits, which I didn't think you were allowed to do in women's hockey, but we're collecting them.
No. PWHL, you can hit. They can work it. They can play the body along the boards. What they whistle the big open ice Scott Stevens style hits.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Winnipeg, Rick Bowness announced his retirement. Over 2,600.
Fink is very happy. Fink hates him.
Coach in the NHL, 39 seasons in the league. Bowness is a Jack Adams nominee for the first time. In 1975 draft pick of the Atlanta Flames, and second round, 26th overall. Bowness played in the NHL for Atlanta, Detroit, St. Louis, and Winnipeg for parts of 7 seasons, putting up a stat line of 18 goals, 37 assists for 55 points, 191 PIMs, and 173 games played. He transitioned to coaching as a player coach in the AHL for the Sherbrooke Jets before making the jump to the NHL in 1984. Over the next 39 years, Bowness was a head coach or associate for Winnipeg, Moncton in the AHL, Winnipeg, Maine in the AHL, Boston, Ottawa, the Islanders, Phoenix, Vancouver, Tampa Bay, Dallas, and back to Winnipeg for the 3rd time. The Lee Stepniak of coaching. In his 1 season behind the bench of Boston, Bowness led the Bees to a second-round sweep of Montreal for the first time in history. He retired with the most games coached in NHL history, 2,726, and is one of 3 head coaches to coach in 5 different decades, Scotty Bowman and Pat Quinn being the other 2. So good on him. Quite the career.
Let me tell you a little quick bonus story about that Montreal sweep. I went to game 4.
Okay.
And this is with the old guard. Was it the old garden? I think, it was the old garden. And they patted you down to come in. There was cops at every entrance. And I had a cut off broomstick in the back of my pants for the sweep. People had boxes out front, just handing them out. Felt it. He goes, "What do you got there?" I go, "It's game 4. I got a broom for the sweep." He goes, "Have a good night."
That's
6 people with that thing.
Love that. All right.
There you go.
Well, good on him. We're going to stay with coaching. Peter DeBoer, now 8-0 in Game 7's tying Daryl Sutter for most Game 7 wins of all time. Sutter's 8-3. So that's a good bet to know, leading on to whatever series you have going on.
Yeah. If this series gets to 7.
PWHL New York City, after finishing last place in the inaugural season, the PWHL NYC and head coach Howie Draper have mutually agreed to a coaching change. Draper will continue his involvement as a special advisor. Tough look, dude.
It's the first year, thanks, but no thanks.
Travis Green was named head coach in Ottawa.
Surprising.
Yeah. He used to be Vancouver's coach, right? Kind of a tough customer.
Yeah.
Good on him. See if he can rebound from this.
Speaking of
the
tough
Blue-
customers, Tanev's
Yeah.
Tanev had one shift and he went to the room.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard by whoever number 20 is. I don't know who the fuck that is.
That's
The Blue Hair Brigade is up in arms as Jacob Truber was named the recipient of the Mark Messier Leadership Award. I love seeing this. A lot of people are very, very triggered and sensitive
you
about
say
this.
the blue what?
Blue Hair Brigade. It's something that
Is that
not
old
Danny
ladies?
No, that's the soy boys of the world. They all hate Jacob
Isn't
Truba.
blue hair like a little old lady? Blue hair?
No, blue hair, like their hair's actually blue
Oh.
and green. Blue Hair Brigade. I saw not Danny Healy saying. I think it's one of my favorite things to say now.
Okay.
He won the Mark Messier Leadership Award for leadership qualities on and off the ice. As you can imagine, this offended a lot of people. But I love seeing it. That's my captain. He's out there. He scored a shorty the other night.
That was
I know
a nice
he hasn't
goal.
been playing particularly
You
well.
can say a lot about Truba, but I wouldn't question. I think he's an excellent captain. And I'm no Truba fan, but I think he's a great captain.
They just think he plays dirty.
The amount he does off the ice for cancer research and stuff, that's that tips the scales.
I don't think that there's a more deserving player in the league. The NHL finally got something right.
All right, go to the next one.
Utah names are out for a van boat. The Black Diamonds, Blast, Blizzard, Canyons, Caribou, Freeze, Frost, Fury, Glaciers, Hive, HC. If it's HC, I'm never going to watch another hockey game. Ice, Mammoth, Mountaineers, Outlaws, Powder, Squall, Swarm, Venom, and Yeti. The team will play with Utah jerseys for the inaugural season and debut the name and mascot colors for the 25-26 season. Like, why can't we do anything right?
Oh, I disagree with you 100%. I think they are doing this right. They're not rushing. So remember with the PWHL, they were in such a rush to get the product on the ice that they just had those horrible names. And then they had
you shouldn't be in a rush. You're the fucking NHL.
Well, I understand, but they're rushing to get this all in place. And there's a little thing, if you look at the announcement on Utah, it had some like blue highlights around the lettering. So that might be like part of their color scheme. I'd rather them take their time and do it right. Which one of these do you like?
I like the Yeti. I like the Mountaineers.
Yeti, Mountaineers. Yeah, I'll give you that one. The Mammoth is kind of growing on me too.
Caribou's
good.
I don't know why. That'll never be the name, but
no.
HC would make my blood boil.
UHC.
Toronto, Sheldon Keefe's out as head coach. He left a nice video message on Twitter of him just like at sea. It was kind of funny.
I think he was at one of the Great Lakes. I don't think he was at the ocean.
I don't know. I like to say at sea.
I think Portnoy commented he was like
in heaven.
Baller move to resign from heaven.
Yeah. Per Pierre LeBrun, the Devils have shown interest. Per Brendan Shanahan, something's got to change, but the core four and Riley all have no movement contracts. Or no movement clauses. Marner doing himself no favors at a press conference, and
you know what I'm referring to there when he said we're basically gods here. Like, if there's not someone who needs a punch in the face after that comment, that's Mitch Marner.
So Adam Oates went on Cam and Strick podcast and was talking about how Willie Nylander only plays against the second best, and Mitch Marner's throwing his gloves because he knows that he's going to get all the shit, and Austin Matthews isn't going to get the shit. Like Adam Oates had Paul and Mitch Marner's cock in his mouth for about like a minute and a half talking about like how great the Marners are. It's something that I've never seen before. I didn't know that
Marner must be one of his clients.
Yeah, it was bad. And Brad Treliving talked about the injuries that the Leafs dealt with. Dewar had a shoulder injury. McCann had a MCL knee sprain. Wall sprained his back. Nylander had severe migraines, and Matthews was just really sick.
That's what it said in the statement. That's what it said in the statement.
It's fucking sad, dude.
So sorry.
PWHL playoff matchups are set. Toronto faces Minnesota, which leaves Montreal versus Boston.
They chose to pick. They picked because the first seed gets to pick who they play.
Okay.
So they picked Minnie. Yeah.
The teams will play a 5-game series in the semifinals, 2-2-1. Toronto's up 2-1 over Minnesota, but league leading scorer Natalie Spooner has been put on LTIR after suffering knee injury in Game 3. Tough bounces.
Tough one for her. Yeah.
Boston swept Montreal to advance to the finals. Franco set a new save record in Game 1 as it went to overtime. Then set another new save record in Game 2 because it went to triple overtime. And then Alina Mueller had a primary assist in overtime on a game-winning goal. Murphy was the goalie for
Murphy scored for Montreal. So those are all friends of the podcast right there. A lot of NU alums.
I actually saw the overtime goal. Shout out to Alina.
You know what's funny is we were out at a friend's house and we were having like a big barbecue in the afternoon, everything, a bunch of couples, and we got home and I was watching the hockey game and I looked at my phone and it's like, we're headed to triple overtime. I'm like, oh my God, I put it on and got to watch the end. That was great. Oh, I got to get my phone.
Spring failure. There are 5 NHL teams that have never played in June. Can I take a shot? I think I'm going to get these pretty good.
Good.
Kraken.
Yep.
The Maple Leafs.
Yep. That was the whole point of this, but yeah.
The Coyotes.
Yes. 3 2 more.
I got this. Nashville has, Panthers have, Lightning have, Colorado has, Dallas.
No,
oh,
Dallas has. They
Dallas probably did last year.
When they cup.
Ottawa.
Nope.
Winnipeg.
Nope.
Okay, who are the other two?
Columbus and Minnesota.
Fuck, dude, I should have known that. All right, still pretty good though.
Pretty good though.
Val Nichushkin has been suspended for 6 months without pay for violating NHLPA player assistance program per Cervelli. He failed a drug test. It's now in stage 3. Stage 1 is inpatient treatment. Stage 2 is suspension without pay during treatment plan. Stage 3 is suspension without pay, minimum 6 months in reinstatement. And then stage 4 suspension without pay, minimum 1 year in reinstatement not assured. I think this dude's a fucking scumbag. I think he's super fucking selfish. His team's in the middle of a fucking playoff run. He's out doing drugs. I would get rid of him and never welcome him back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially all the shit that happened with him. I think when he was in Seattle and there was that girl and shit. This dude is a grade A scumbag. Get him off.
And he had a PED pop years ago too.
And he's fucking really good.
Like he is. Yeah,
he's very, very good hockey player.
It's no coincidence that he keeps getting more chances. You know?
Yeah. But like, dude, you're in the middle of a fucking playoff run. Your goalie stinks. You need everybody to fucking kind of pack in, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be welcome back in that room, but that would be my guess. Florida, one of the favorites to win the Stanley Cup, and the South Florida media doesn't even care to cover the Panthers full time.
They don't have a beat reporter.
Tell you what, the Panthers are fucking. They're kind of fun to watch, dude. They're. If they were my team, I'd be pretty pumped and proud that was the team that I'm rooting for.
Agreed. Yeah.
Nashville, Ryan McDonough finished up his degree at University of Wisconsin-Madison and walked at commencement this past weekend. He was joined by former teammate Cody Golof, who had also earned his degree. 14 years, 920 NHL games later, Captain America gets a gun. Shake taps to him, Ryan McDonough.
I knew you'd love that one.
The Worlds. Worlds. Jacob Voracek's doing colors on this year's Worlds and did the first game with jacket and tie and shorts and flip-flops. What a beauty.
Yeah, exactly.
Nico Hischier is named captain for Switzerland. Once Roman Josi was limited for the NHL playoffs and joined up, Hischier insisted on moving to alternate. Some
Good
people,
move.
if you're not a fucking leader, dude.
Dude, that's a move.
Buddy, you give me the C for USA, you would have to rip that thing off of my cold dead body. What a pussy, Nico Hischier.
Go to the next thing.
Holy fuck, dude. Oh, what's up, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare of fucking Switzerland, you little bitch. 2024 U.S. national team announced. Forward, Matt Boldy, Cole Caulfield, Mikey Eisman, Joel Farabee, Johnny Gaudreau, Kevin Hayes, Luke Cunnin, Ryan Leonard, Brock Nelson, Shane Pinto, Will Smith, Brady Tkachuk, and Trevor Zegras. On defense, Luke Hughes, Seth Jones, Matthew Kessel, Mike Kesslering, Jeff Petrie, Jake Sanderson, Alex Vlasic, and Zach Werenski. Goalies, Trey Augustine and Alex Lyon. The leadership group, Tkachuk is captain with Brock Nelson, Seth Jones, and Zach Werenski as alternates. I read this roster, and I was like, oh, we are going to get skull-fucked.
I will say, do you see a couple of things I've seen? I saw Johnny Gaudreau get knocked into next week.
Yeah, dude, he got laid the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly. And I saw Brady Tkachuk saying how
he wish he could fight.
Too bad there's no fighting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing there's a lot of telephone tough guys when you know Brady Tkachuk can't fight.
Yeah, probably. Canada's national team forwards: Bedard, Bunting, Cousins, Dubois, Ridley, Greg, Dylan Gunther, Brandon Hagel, Andrew Mangiapane, Jack McBain, Jared McCann, Dawson Mercer, Nick Paul, and Brandon Tanev. Defense: Bo Byram, Caden Gooley, Jamie Alexiak, Colin Parayko, Owen Power, Damon Severson, and Glenn Zellweger. Goalies: Jordan Binnington, Nico Dawes, and Joel Hofer. Leadership group: John Tavares, captain, with Andrew Mangiapane, Colton Parayko, and Damon Severson as alternates. I know Bedard has a few goals already.
I did see that Canada was up on, was it Austria? They were up 6-0, and then Austria came back, tied it up to force overtime, and then they lost 7-6 in overtime.
Who lost? Canada did?
No, whoever it was, Austria.
Okay.
John Tavares got the goal in overtime.
That time he showed up when it matters.
No,
NHL
doesn't matter.
playoffs first round wrap up. We're just gonna fly through this. So Vegas, Dallas limited Vegas in 7 games. It was a pretty good series. Was that really 7 games?
Yeah.
No shit. Colorado eliminated Winnipeg in 5 games played. I think that they, like spin chicklets, they call them there's team Fugazis. Winnipeg will always be a Fugazi. They're never going to get it done.
Yeah.
Ever. Every year you are like, dude, Winnipeg could be dangerous.
I can't get it out of my head, though, now about what Jimmy Murphy said about how Hellebuck is no good in the playoffs. I can't get past it now. I'm like, oh, my gosh, he's right. Yeah.
Vancouver eliminated Nashville in 6 games, and Edmonton eliminated the Kings in 5 games played.
Back up for a sec. I started putting in this. So Nashville has some Zucker, Bolivier, Barry, and Lankinen are their UFAs, so they're up against it. And the Kings, every single goalie on their roster is a UFA. Talbot, Rittich, Phoenix, Arvidsson, and they have come out and talked multiple times about how they're not buying out PLD, which probably means they're buying him out.
Yeah, I give me 2 seconds because I gotta look this guy up.
You want me to start the Eastern while you're looking?
Yeah, start because Arvidsson being a free agent is something that could get me going a little bit.
All right, so the Eastern Conference.
He barely played this year, and he was almost a point per game player.
Florida eliminated Tampa Bay in 5 games. Vasilevsky looked human for the first time. The D looked slow. Florida was clicking, obviously, because they're still going. Tampa Bay Lightning, UFAs, Stamkos, Declare, Mott, Dumba, Dahan, and Fleury.
Yep.
So, once again, they'll pull some fucking ridiculous manipulation of the salary cap, but that's what they got. Go ahead. Do Toronto.
Boston eliminated Toronto in 7 games. Matthews has 0 goals in career game 7s. Per Front Office Sports, Boston Toronto game 7 averaged 3.2 million viewers on ESPN, which ranks as the most watched first round game since 2013, the largest first round game 7 in NHL history. Of course, you want to talk about that. Toronto UFAs: Bertuzzi, Domi, Brody, Edmondson, Giordano, Labushkin, Samsonov, Jones, Muzzin, Klingberg, and Murray.
I will say something about this series. The Toronto defense was so bad. I don't understand how Mark Giordano was a healthy scratch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Big moments. He doesn't panic. He's a good, solid defenseman. You're telling me he wouldn't have been better third pair minutes?
Tell you what, dude. When's the last time Muzzin's had a healthy season?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge loss for Toronto. Muzzin changes that whole defense.
Klingberg too.
Damn. The New York Hockey Rangers eliminated Washington and it just took them 4. Washington stinks.
The Rangers were playing. That was like an NHL AHL game.
Yeah, the Capitals stink, Disco. They fucking stink, dude.
All phases.
Oshie broke his hand. Oh, stars on the board, Pavelski. Oshie broke his hand on a Matt Rempe hit and kept playing. That guy's a fucking warrior, dude. I'd take Oshie on my team.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it only took him.
Ovechkin, no point in a series for the first time in his career, and there's rumors that he's going to hang him up. I heard that in 2 different places.
Interesting. Carolina eliminated New York 4-1 to move on. Lou and Patrick.
There was a press conference. They said they're coming back. Yeah.
They have a lot of UFA decisions. Brindamore getting money. I mean, there's some rumors about maybe going to Seattle, maybe Toronto, dude.
Yeah.
UFAs: Clutterbuck, Martin, Kuhlman, Riley, Bertuzzo, and Aho. Restricted free agents: Wallstrom, Holmstrom, and McLean.
That's basically their whole identity are UFAs.
Yes. So let's get into current shit. So right now, Colorado, Dallas. Dallas leads 3-1. They're up 1-0 with 10 minutes left to go in the first period right now. Game 1, they were up 3-0 in the first. Colorado stormed back to win 4-3 in overtime. Miles Wood. Dallas had 3 times as many giveaways, undisciplined with the puck. Wyatt Johnson had a goal, stayed hot. Pavelski got on the board with an assist. McKinnon 1-1 and 2, and McCarr 1-2 and 3 to pace Colorado. Game 2, Dallas scores 4 goals and Colorado scores 3, and then Dallas adds an empty netter. Sagan with the shorthanded goals. The team plays another gentlemanly game, combining for more than 40 hits.
Less than 40 hits.
Dallas scored 2 empty net goals. The ice game in game 3. Sagan looking younger each game. That is true.
He really does.
And then game 4, in the wake of the distribution news and Taves being out, Dallas pounds Colorado 5-1. Wyatt Johnson can't be stopped. Shorthanded goal, power play goal, and an assist. Georgiev lit up on 33 shots with an .879 save percentage. You really hate to see it.
Yeah.
Andre only faced 25 with the .960 save percentage. So, like I've said from day one, Colorado Avalanche will never win another Stanley Cup with this fucking idiot in net. Could you imagine if they had a fucking normal goalie? They would be the favorite every fucking year.
If they had
it doesn't even have to be Hellebuck, dude.
No,
like if they had Jonathan Quick in that, like, dude, they just
and they could have had Quick.
Can you imagine if they had your boy? What if they had Olmark?
Yeah.
They would like what?
I will say this:
definitely going to be available coming up. I was talking to.
Oh, he's got to waive it. But I will say this: Dallas has looked this good with Pavelski until now, doing not a whole lot. So if Pavelski gets going and Johnson keeps going, I mean, I love how too with every interview with Wyatt Johnson, they're like, "Hey, so he turned 21, I guess, last night." They're like, "Oh, so you can finally have a drink in the U.S." He's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be great. I can't wait to try a beer."
I'm like looking at the Stars roster and talk about drafting well. Like Rope Heiskanen, Wyatt Johnson, Robertson,
Ottinger.
List goes fucking on and on.
Yeah.
I do love to see that. They are winning. Good for Fink, but Lundqvist, I think, is playing a total of like 5 minutes a game. Like he barely touches the ice. So, what a bitch that guy is. So, Edmonton, Vancouver, the series is tied 2-2. Vancouver, per reports, that Demko has been skating, can be ready for games 5 and 6 if needed. Vancouver won game 1, 5-4. Edmonton was up 4-1. Vancouver came back in the third. Not exactly a goalie clinic, as both goalies had below 800 save percentages. Game 2, Edmonton won in overtime with an Evan Bouchard shot. Game 3, Brock Besser with a first period hat trick that was changed to a Lindholm goal. Fucking stupid. Skinner pulled Vancouver, won in Edmonton 4-3. Late slash by McDavid on McDavid by Soucy causes a ripple effect, and McDavid ends up with a cross check at the horn. It was. Did you see
the
Corey Perry?
The what? Oh, the Corey Perry thing was very funny.
Yes.
But did you see the comment that Zadorov said afterwards? He's like, "Well, when you hit the meal ticket of the NHL, I guess you get suspended."
Yeah, I love that. Game 4, Carson Soucy was suspended a game for touching the Golden Cap. Edmonton won with a late goal from Bouchard. Calvin Pickard picks up his first playoff win in net. Good series. I can't believe Vancouver is as much in the series as they are. So 2-2, anything can happen. Eastern Conference. Boston, Florida. Florida leads 3-2. Game 1, Brandon Carlo took private jet to the game after his son was born, scored that night. I think they won 5-1.
Yeah.
Game 2, the B score first. Florida answers, and then all the wheels came off. Swayman was pulled to get Olmark minutes. Pasta versus Kachuk. Everyone got a misconduct. Both teams will over 70 penalty minutes. I didn't really want to text you and how this because I know it was like an emotional game and shit. If that was the Rangers, dude, I would have been so fucking mad. I would have been so like irrationally angry and it like embarrassed. I'm not being a dick. I would like that was almost like when Tom Wilson took Panarin down and nobody did shit about it.
Well,
like that's how
it was a little different because I will say this: Matthew Tkachuk, for all his scumbaggery, is not in the same realm of pieces of shit that Tom Wilson is. But Matthew Tkachuk asked him. Pasternak asked Montgomery. Montgomery was like, "If you want to, I mean, that's showing leadership." I think it's kind of a puss move by Tkachuk because that's not Pasta's game. But hey, stick taps to Pasta for standing in there.
It seemed like 100%. He got fucking floored, but it was good the fact that he was willing to do it. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Game 3, more the same from the Bruins. Marchand out with a clean hit from Sam Bennett.
Oh, shut the fuck
up. He challenged Barkov at the opening draw. Bees woke up, but it was too late.
And can I address that with Marchand at the opening draw challenging Barkov?
Yeah.
He's given up
a lot
10 inches and 70 pounds.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't make Barkov a baby back bitch, but I say that, but at the same time, if I was Florida fan, I wouldn't want Barkov doing that because why give them that? So I get it, you know?
I mean, I would want Mika Zibanejad doing it. So
right. Well.
Bennett hit was pretty gutless, very under the radar.
Yeah.
Did the league not have the other fucking camera view?
How pathetic is it that the league can't get that view?
That's insane.
That's Mickey Mouse, dude. That is complete Mickey Mouse. This is why the big 4 leagues, you're always going to be for shit like that.
Insane. Because I think if they had the other camera, like you could be like, dude, there's been a lot of shit against you guys this series.
Yeah. And I will say this: I still fucking love Bennett. I would take him on my team all day and twice on Sunday.
Game 4, Marchand was out with upper body injury due to that. Bruins are up 2-0. Florida came back to tie on a horrible call by officials as Bennett cross-checked Coyle into Swayman and then buries the puck. Dude, the rule literally says you can't do that. Like almost verbatim.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Coaches, let's see here. Official, what'd you say? Officials need to start calling embellishments. Game 5, the official called an embellishment. Well, it's kind of hard when your fucking head coach is putting on a fucking acting performance.
That was awesome.
And you say, oh, that's awesome, but what Brindamore and Cooper do isn't awesome.
Brindamore.
Oh, here we go.
Let me tell you the difference. Brindamore and Cooper over like cross check are like freaking out in a game in January.
Your coach was pretending he was a fish out of water.
Montgomery has been watching the Bruins get fucked, and he finally said something. And what happened? They called an embellishment.
I don't know.
Keep reading, though. Keep reading.
Pedal black, dude. Boston won 2-1 with McAvoy landing his first shot on goal and getting the game winning.
You believe that? His first shot on net was in Game 5.
Coaches getting screen time. Monty miming diving motions to the ref. Maurice lit up his team during a TV timeout. I don't know the exact words of the message. I wasn't mad at them. I understood what they were going through. I just thought they needed some profanity in their life, and I brought some. I don't excel in a lot of things, but fuck me, am I good at that? He's fucking cool, dude.
He's the best.
He's fucking cool. So, dude, I don't know if you saw this. Like, I don't know what the app is, but you can create AI videos. And yesterday...
Oh, you're saying that Maurice? I thought that was real.
No. That one might be one. I don't know. But I saw one of Montgomery and him saying, hey, listen, like, this is unacceptable. We're the Boston Bruins. We don't get pushed around. I know that Fat Pat is what you call him, Pat Maroon. I instructed him to go out and take care of Sam Bennett. And I'm like watching this video. I'm like, I cannot believe he's fucking saying this. Like, this is wild. And I went to send it to you. But before I did, I looked at the comments and everybody's like, wow, AI's gotten too real. And I'm like, oh. Okay.
I will say, I think I texted you and Hal, or maybe I'm in like 5 different group chats during the Bruins games.
Yeah.
And as well as occasionally posting on Twitter from our account. It's really awkward rooting for Maroon. I really am still not. It still feels really weird because he goes in,
dude.
He goes in on the forecheck, and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, Patty Maroon!" And I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, I mean, he's bought into you guys.
Oh, he fucking loves it. Yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff. Like Pasternak's been pretty mouthy with the quips in the press conference and saying how like they asked McAvoy if he was nervous during the review, and he's like, well, and Pasta leans over and he's like, he was very nervous. And then, they're complaining about the officials, and Pasternak was like, maybe instead of yelling, we should wave and say hi and call them by their first names. And it's just, it's good. I love that stuff.
If you can get it to Game 7, maybe Marchand comes back. We'll see.
Yeah, Marchand might play Friday with the extra day. So,
Carolina Rangers, the Rangers are up 3-2 after being up 3.
So let me ask you this. Nervous?
Yeah.
It's fair.
Yeah. No, game 1, the Rangers won. Zibanejad had 2 goals. Trocheck a goal. They both cashed in the power play. Carolina went 0 for 5 on the peeper. Game 2, Trocheck overtime winner was sick. Trouba tried to kill Marty Necas. Igor stood on his head. Game 3, Lafreniere.
I do like how he said that he loves the chance.
Panarin got the game winner in Game 3 in overtime.
What did I say?
Lafreniere.
Sorry.
D'Angelo was trying to fight everyone during TV timeouts. Game 4, there was a 3-3 time. Brady Shea ended up scoring on the power play with like 4 minutes left to take the win. Yep. Lafreniere in that game was the best player in the entire fucking game. And it was like, holy shit, dude, this kid might actually be like a stud.
Yeah.
Like, that's how good he played.
I'm telling you, it's very similar to Ryan Callahan to me.
He looks fucking good. And game 4 definitely could have went our way. So when we lost, I wasn't worried because I was like, dude, we had a shit first period. And then we carried play the second and third period. So I'm like, okay, it's not like we got dominated. Game 5, we got skull fucked, dude. We were up 1-0 going into the third, but it wasn't like a good 1-0. It was like, I can't believe that we're up 1-0.
I felt that the Rangers, I watched most of that game. I felt the Rangers, they seemed almost
defensive.
Like they didn't want to play.
Yeah. They were nervous or like scared, and like they didn't want the puck.
No.
If that makes sense.
And
Carolina wanted the puck.
Zibanejad just disappeared.
Yeah, so I mean, Panarin did too. The last 2 games, those guys haven't been around. So we have Game 6 coming up tomorrow.
You're not going to give any love to Stahl?
He played a good game. He's probably my favorite one out of all the Stalls. He's definitely my favorite one.
100%. I've liked him since they made him run the stairs at Heinz Field. Remember, in the very first road to the Winter Classic.
He's a big boy, dude, and he plays like
good on the face-offs, and
he just plays an honest game.
Yeah,
like he's just kind of he's a pain in the ass to play against because he's gigantic.
And please tell me someone's gonna cave D'Angelo's fucking head in.
I don't know. I think I love him. I wish he was still on the Rangers. I fucking love him, dude.
Everyone hates him. He bounces from team to team to team.
I fucking love him. I miss him. I thought he was greght when he was on the Rangers. I mean,
No,
we
but
got
what
rid
I'm
of him.
saying is he's like Max Domi. He must be a dickhead because no one wants to have him around.
Yeah. All right. Dump and change.
I want to do the one that I forgot to put on the sheet first.
Sounds good.
So this year, sponsored by Gin and Juice, there is going to be a Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, which is going to be playing December 28th at Arizona Stadium. Do you believe former pimp, former manslaughter, allegedly, I don't know if he served time, I feel like he did, is sponsoring a college football bowl game?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right. So now Nathan Martorello and Jacob Marcy. Are either of these guys good? Do you know who they are?
Never heard of either of them.
Okay. They were traded by the Marlins mid-game last week or 2 weeks ago. Martorello was on second base, and they had to bid goodbye to teammates on the field during the third inning of the game. And they literally on base got traded.
I didn't know that.
I think it was a hysterical video. Jonte Porter has been banned for the NBA for life after violating the league's gambling policies. Per reports, the Raptors' two-way player disclosed confidential information to sports bettors, limiting his own participation in one or more games for betting purposes and betting on NBA games. Sick league.
Scumbag.
But Shane Pinto got 51 for his buddy using his account. Jennifer Pace wins the GOP primary in Indiana's 7th congressional district. Pace ended up with over 31% of the vote and is set to face off with a Democratic nominee in the general election. One problem is that Pace died of a heart attack back in March.
This country is slowly becoming the NHL.
But it was just like an all-star game nod to someone who's passed away, you know? Oh, remember that creepy reporter, Greg Doyle?
Yes.
He's been suspended for 2 weeks after his behavior at the Caitlin Clark introductory press conference, and he will not cover any WNBA Fever games this entire season.
I feel like you got to hang him up.
I would think they could have fired him.
Somebody just hop on.
Yeah, hit it.
I don't know what's going on. Oh God, 1 second. It's not letting me do it. There we go. There we go. Coach,
oh God. Oh God.
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just trying to pump the numbers up for you.
We do.
Wait, this is perfect timing. We have one more story, then we're getting to Northeastern.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
The last story in Jump and Change, McDonald's billboards in Amsterdam are scented with McDonald's fries and outfitted with a heating element to send the smell of fries wafting to reach people nearly 20 feet away. The billboards are either all red or all yellow and are scattered throughout the city. Talk about the best place probably to put billboards for French fries in Amsterdam. So
yeah, I mean, there is something about walking outside and like smelling like fast food or like, and you're like, ooh,
and you're completely buzzed from being in one of the space cookie cafes.
That's solid.
So that's it for Dump and Change. And we're not going to talk Rangers or Bruins, but we are going to talk Northeastern. And joining us, associate head coach of the Northeastern women's hockey team, Nick Carpenito. What's up, buddy?
How's it going, buddy? God, I think I've texted Ked after every single game and said, what was it, the first round?
Oh, dude.
I think I said
he tries to get me fucking going, dude, and I don't. He's out there fucking jabbing me after the whistle. You know what I'm doing? I'm skating right back to the bench. I'm not doing that. I'm a fucking special teams player. I can't be in the box.
I think it started Carolina in 4. Then after the first game, it was Carolina in 5. Then after the second game, Carolina in 6.
It's insane how like much the Rangers control my life. Like I really hope they win, but at the same time, if they don't, it will be nice to have my life back.
Aren't the Yankees getting it going a little bit too right now?
I mean, the New York sports are buzzing, dude. The Yankees are good. The Knicks are good. The Rangers are good. The Giants stink, but that's fine.
How about the Jets?
Aaron Rodgers is there, so
there you go.
See,
All right, so let's talk a little Huskies hockey here.
Sure.
I'm
Megan
grabbing my thing.
Carter.
Keep talking. I'll be right back.
All right. Megan Carter spoke at commencement about what playing hockey has meant to her and the lessons she can use in the business world. I thought that was awesome. Was she nervous? Did you talk to her afterwards?
I didn't talk to her afterwards, actually. Well, I mean, I did, but not about that.
I wonder if she was nervous. And she's pretty cool and calm and collected, I would say.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure. I mean, her preparation for everything is incredible. And in my personal experience, the more you prepare for something, the less nerves you have. So I'm sure, that being in front of 100,000 or whatever amount of people it was kind of
Fenway, right?
Yeah, it was at Fenway.
Yeah.
So you had like the whole graduating student body plus everything was full with parents and relatives and all that stuff. So
that's sick.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure there were a few butterflies, but I know she really cared about it, so it doesn't surprise me one bit. But by all accounts, she crushed it. Which is
that's great.
Not a surprise.
Speaking of no surprises, Gwyneth Phillips tabbed for the USA National Goaltending Camp.
What's that lady's name again? What an idiot she is. Holy fuck. How about, could you get any more wrong? Like, what a dumbass. You're so stupid. What's her name? Nicole, what a fucking idiot. Sorry.
I will say this, though. I wonder in a sneaky way with this comes out about Phillips getting tabbed for the USA National Goaltending Camp. And all of a sudden, Frankel's out there setting records in back-to-back games. Coincidence?
She's been crushing it. We were actually at the game yesterday.
Oh, for the finale.
Yeah. And we just got our game 3 tickets, too.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what I was just thinking? If I was so wrong at my job, I would get fired.
Reporters,
like this Nicole girl being that wrong about this goalie and nothing happens to her. Where if I did something that wrong, like the exact opposite of what I should be doing, like I would be fired. Why is she not fired? She's an idiot.
I think it's tough.
That's my new campaign next year. We're gonna get that going.
So the one thing I'll say, and like
I don't need on the fence carp, dude.
This isn't necessarily on the fence carp. This is reality carp. And the reality of the situation is she's one of like 2 people that covers the whole nation.
Yeah.
So she
is a lot.
Well, it sounds like we only need one because she's that wrong.
And
she definitely has a Midwest bias because that's what
she's from there. So the thing is, like, she gets to see all those games all the time, right?
I mean, you're not getting like me.
Bro,
I'm very.
She doesn't need to watch Northeastern. Look at the box score.
Yeah.
Every time the box score says save percentage 1,000, goals against 0, win. You don't need
I have a lot of Switzerland influence in my life, especially the last 5 years. So give me a break.
Neutral ground. That's
neutral
fair.
ground. That's it.
All right. So hey, perfect. So Northeastern welcomes in Jaden Bogdan. That's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
As a grad student transfer from Clarkson with 2 years of eligibility remaining.
I like Clarkson girls. That's a pickup right there.
Careful.
We're very excited.
No, 100%. Dude, Clarkson's a wagon every year.
I know.
They're always
just saying,
really good.
Careful. Head coach Dave Flint's quote: "An outstanding two-way forward with a very high offensive upside, physical play and experience in the ECAC will allow her to have an immediate impact defensively and especially offensively for our program." Coach Clark, give us the skinny.
So, really good size. She's someone that can keep up with Irving very well. So she would be someone that we would anticipate if everything goes according to plan as far as her, picking up our systems and our tendencies and whatnot. She'd be someone we'd slot top 6 pretty early on.
Center, wing,
wing. Yeah. So, I mean, again, as it stands, and we'll see how the first couple of weeks of everything goes. But one thing we love about her is she comes from ECAC, so it's a really, really quality league. So she'll be ready for Hockey East play. Defensively, she's lights out. She played more of a checking role for Clarkson. So I think with a little bit more elevated role here, she definitely has the ability to score a lot of goals and produce a lot, which is something we're going to need to make up for some graduating players as it is. So. We're super excited about her. Super family, great kid. So, it's all good.
Jaden Bogdan. Jade rhymes with Wade. Wade Bogdan. Nailed that one.
All right, good one. Colorado tied it up.
Get bogged down with 0.6 left to go in the first period too. Bogdan, dude. Hard on the forecheck. Let's go.
Do you want to talk about any other recruits that are official, or is stuff in the works? Anything you can talk about?
We'll wait for the
preseason
release. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know if anything else happened under the radar that I might have missed. That's
You
all.
got to
No.
follow his Instagram, dude. If you did, you would know what was going on.
There it is.
I do.
So
And then the last one, one of my favorite players, Abby Marone, has decided to hang him up. Hockey East All-Star and two-time Hockey East All-Academic team. She's foregone her fifth year and chosen to focus on the next phase. On 110 games played, Abby has put up 226-28 with 10 PIMs and, I don't know, 2,000 block shots possibly.
she played 110 games at Northeastern.
Yeah.
That's
And she had another year of eligibility. Yeah.
That's insane, dude.
So yeah, Abby, great, just a great kid, team first person, like whatever it needs to do to pull the rope. I was a big fan of Abby, and now because this is not an official Northeastern podcast, this moment I can say, eating pucks and giving no fucks, Abby Marone. So I was never able to say that in all my write-ups.
You can say it, dude.
There you go.
So I just did. So
it's off season. We're good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're good.
No, she's a good kid. So I told her she could always come back if she was going to be doing anything else like she did the Pan Am. And I was like, you do it again, you hop back on or Pan Mass, I should say. And, we'll pump it up and help her raise money.
Speaking of Abby, this is a good opportunity to clear my name.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
With the,
we talked about this with Tessa Ward was on. So I had Tessa on and she talked about we talked about different people and pranks and stuff. And she told me a story that Abby was under the misconception that the filters in the back of the stalls during COVID were for positive ionic energy to give them good vibes. And I said to Tessa, I go, how did this come about? She goes, oh, we were on a game and Abby was like, I'm really feeling the positive ionic charge. And Tessa was like, what are you talking about? And apparently, Coach Carp may have led Abby to that belief. So,
did you get her a fighting necklace, dude?
We were rubbing crystals on our head right before. No, so what it was we do have those vents in the locker room, right? And those vents in the locker room, they cycle the air in and out of the locker room. I think it's 15 times a day, just to kind of keep the air fresh in the locker room.
That's so Division I, dude. I love that. That's
so the positive ions thing during COVID, we got these
HEPA filters.
Yeah, we got these filters, right? And it's just in casinos and in operating rooms, it cleans the air. But it pumps positive ions in the air to kind of perk you up a little bit. So in casinos, they use it to keep people gambling, and in operating rooms, they use it to keep doctors awake and stuff like that.
Keep people alive.
Yeah, exactly. So the positive ion thing was a real thing. She got her systems mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I talked to Wardo after that, and I was like, "What are you What are you talking about? You're killing me, man. You're killing me." He came off as Coach Carp. He lies to recruits on their visits and stuff like that just to get them here.
I think only you were worried about that. It came across. It came across as that, hey, Abby, gullible's not in the dictionary. That's how it came across.
No. It was funny, and I thought Wardo did an awesome job too. So
yeah, she's great. She's really good. Yeah, we were talking how much she would be great in the PWHL with the physicality. Yeah.
Well, it's the cool thing, the PWHL. There's a lot of skill, right? There's not a lot of there's not a lot of true third, fourth liners, but it's interesting because obviously the amount of teams is really small. So all those skilled players, the second tier, really high end skilled players, sign for that much less. So there's not an emphasis on filling out your roster with, Rempes and Brazos and all those guys.
Well, 3-4 more teams with expansion, and then you'll see things start to change, I think.
100%. It's going to change the dynamic totally once they get. They're doing it the right way, without a doubt. Start small and they'll make sure there's good interest there. But I think it's going to happen a little bit quicker than we all expect.
I was talking to Ked at the beginning. I don't know if you were on listening at that point when I was talking about how I'm getting invited on these Zooms for the PWHL.
Nice.
As with my credentials. I haven't done one, but I go, when am I going to go on there? Hey, it's Brownie for the morning skate. Hillary, do you want to come on the podcast?
Have you not done it because there's no prime rib at those Zoom meetings?
Yeah, right.
Brownie, you should just go full wild card. Like, do the Zoom in your bed. Like,
oh no, my God, no.
Yes. Just like laying down, like kind of up. You got your pillow behind you, maybe like your reading glasses. Like, be like the wild card where people are like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Because then our names out there.
I'm pretty sure they felt that way when I went to the last one with my credentials, and I go into the press box and I'm looking, and the guy's like, because I'm not wearing a suit. Clearly, we all know me, and everyone else is in suits and ties, and the guy's like, "Help you." And I'm like, I'll just see if there's any seats down that end. He goes, there's an overflow. And I'm like, so I look at him and I go, so you're reading me as overflow? And he just started laughing. He goes, yeah. And I'm like, all right, thanks. Yeah.
Not at the Garden. It's not how we treat you.
No, that's true. That is true. That is true. Can we tell him what I asked you today now that we're on the podcast live?
What'd you ask me? I already forgot.
About August.
Oh yeah, live podcast from the golf tournament. Well, I assumed you were playing.
What? No,
we don't play
golf. Horrible at golf.
As far as doing a live broadcast from there,
I think if we set up behind a hole,
Brownie, it is going to be so hot if we do that.
So what? Just chill out.
Well, computers don't work when it's hot.
I can get like a little.
All right.
What do you call it? Pop-up tent thing.
Little canopy.
Canopy. There you go. Canopy. Thank you. We get a little canopy. We sit under the canopy. We have a bucket. Is this 21 plus? This thing?
I mean, it's golf course, so
cooler full of beers.
What's the date? What's the date? Do we have a date?
August 23rd. It's a Friday.
Yeah.
All right. Please hold.
So I have to move a doctor's appointment.
If I'm working, I can't do it, but if I'm off, I'll do it. It's a Friday.
Yeah.
So I'd have to come home right after August.
You'd be fine.
I work August 23rd.
You have between now and August to switch your shift.
I don't think I can switch my shift, but I could get my sick time added up where I could.
There you go.
Maybe take a sick day that day.
Yeah,
there you go.
So we set up with a canopy. We have the microphones, whatever, a couple of chairs. As people come up, hey, come on, sit down.
Especially later on in the round, you'll probably get some real good stuff.
That'd be great. And I know enough people by sight to be like, hey, and we'll bring this banner, we'll hang it.
Okay.
So all this sounds phenomenal to me, but it's definitely a Ms. O'Brien question.
I know. Delaney's like, I love it when you guys ask Carp shit. And he's like, yeah, sounds great. And then I have to be like, no, you idiots. Delaney, I can take the bean pot out in the street, right? Yeah, we got the trophy. It'd be fine.
Yeah, the morning skate award that's going to be announced at the award ceremony last year. What?
So I don't see why we can't do that. And we'll have to go through it. We'll have to go through the process because there's always a process. But I think I was telling you the men's team has a
fan award, right?
Fan favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the morning skate award for the person that we feel embodies the morning skate difference.
Yeah.
The best. Irving is
essentially it's like the wild card of the team, which I love.
Irving is this year's early favorite yet again.
Yeah.
I stand by my previous statement.
I'm trying to think.
If anybody steals a catalytic converter, they're shooting.
Can we get a trophy with a catalytic
converter on it?
That's kind of funny, dude. If that's what the trophy looks like.
Actually, I do have a trophy guy, and I bet you they could do that.
Oh, 100%. That
would be hilarious, dude.
That's just a quick 3D print.
Yeah, no one will know what it is, but. No. Hey, so Carp's here, and he gets to comment on the beer league stuff.
All right, let's do it. Let's play the beer league music then.
You get all the banners and everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this one though. That's a little bit.
Carp, do you know about beauty unis?
Through listening here, yes.
Oh, great!
Yeah,
so we're
what an answer that is, dude. Two claps for Carp. Woo! Love that.
Yeah, these guys. Go ahead, Ken. You had.
BeautyUnities.com.
The first time I heard about this, I was listening to the podcast, just crushing a key sparkling water.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
God,
Look
that
at this
is
guy. Look at this.
So
guy.
good.
on your one wheel that we're looking to.
Yeah,
Yes.
on your one wheel. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
At the TD Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superior quality jerseys, complete hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. They're a proud partner of 3 Ice and Beer League heroes everywhere. Check them out, BeautyUnities.com. We'll showcase a little thing right here, but let's kind of just go over what we had going on this week. Brown, did you have any hockey or anything?
So since we won the division and getting ready for our trip to Toronto, where hopefully we'll have some stuff so people don't look away because we looked the part. See, I did that.
Yeah,
there, mixed it all
like
in.
They reached out about that too, by the way.
Yeah,
So
no, I know. So
they're involved.
yeah, I'm hoping we get something. So the Bruins have played every night that I had pickup. So I didn't go to pickup, but I've done a few shinny skates over at Valley Sports during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Disappear from the job for about an hour and a half and a little stick and puck time.
In Concord?
Yeah, they have a daytime.
That's fun.
Yeah. So
Edible.
there's one guy. Oh, I gotta be careful. There's this one guy who's like, he's got to be 35, and he still thinks he's got a shot. And he's out there. He's doing his edge work in the circles, all like big back scratchers. And I'm like, just do your thing. Stay down the other end, do your thing. We're passing around. Me and a couple of guys, and I just can't help but like skate by and be like, looking good, bro. I can't help myself. I just can't lay off.
Tell me to teach you about the edge work.
Yeah. Yeah, you should.
How do you use your edges like that?
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
That's sick.
Hey, you never know when Don Sweeney's going to walk in to be calling a tow truck because his cell phone's also dead.
Hey, listen, that's what happened with Mike Ruzioni. Mike Ruzioni went to just like an open skate, and that's how he got a look to play on the Miracle team.
Seriously?
True story.
What?
Is that a true story? Like that basketball guy invented the rap?
I think he told us that in the interview, and it's in his book. He went to like an open skate. He wanted to play
baseball.
baseball.
It's in his book, so it's definitely true.
He wanted to play baseball, and he went to an open skate. One of his buddies went there, and somebody saw him. He's like, "Hey, you need to come." Oh wait, it wasn't the Miracle team. It was for BU.
Yeah,
My bad. It was for BU, but still, that's pretty fucking cool, dude. He had no. And then he ended up being the captain of the Miracle team. So,
hey, can I ask a question, Carp? Because Maurice just popped up on the screen next to me. When is Flint gonna do a tirade like that?
I don't think that's his thing.
I just want Flint to have a quote after the game, like Maurice's.
You need to give him something to work with in your questions.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'll never get invited again.
I don't know, but there's been some pretty quality coaching content the last few days.
Yeah, sure.
With like Montgomery on the bench going like this, and that was really.
You're gonna cry, baby. Yep.
Oh, stop! Stop it.
My beer league, I had softball, one of the Rangers games, and I took my AirPods out on the field with me so I could listen to what was going on. It was a game that they won in double overtime. We got out. I watched the first overtime in the parking lot, raced back to my place. Dude, it was so late, and I'm screaming at the TV. I think it was the game that Trocheck scored. I'm pretty sure. That happened.
Weird neighbor come down and bang on your door. Keep it down.
No, dude, he did text me like the next day. I saw him. I was walking back into my apartment. He's like, "Hey man, like, are you yelling at your TV?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "What's going on?" I'm like, "The Rangers are in the playoffs." He goes, "Oh, okay." And then we scored, and I yelled, and he texted me. He goes, "The Rangers on." So my neighbor's wicked cool.
Nice.
Trying to think, I got my home run swing back. That's pretty cool. Next week, they're bringing a videographer to the game, and we're being mic'd up, so that should be pretty funny. I'm just gonna talk a ton of shit. So yeah, shout out to Key. We got our new jerseys. Carp, what do you have?
What was the picture you had of the kids in gear?
In my basement.
Oh, was that in your basement? Is that what they're just messing around?
Yeah, step one for the youngest one. So my daughter's been on the ice a few times now, and we started them.
After winning hockey's championship. Not a big deal. See, you're out there.
No, I'm talking about like on the ice.
No, I know, but I just wanted to rub that in. That's
all. Oh yeah. No, we started her off just walking around the house with skates on just to get used to it. So my youngest, he'll probably be on the ice this year.
Nice.
My new thing is if any of my friends like have daughters, or if I see anybody I know whose daughter's at like the softball field or whatever, I'm like, do they play hockey? And they're like, yeah, we're thinking about getting in there. I always give them, well, I got a connection at Northeastern if they turn out to be any good. I got the recruiting going for you, Carp.
All it takes is one.
Yep.
I will say, I don't know. I just thought of this. Did you see Katie's picture with the graduation gown with all her rings in front of Matthews? That was sick. It was a good
it was sick.
Yeah.
Nice little flex there out of her.
Yeah, I take it. I think
I
actually
also have a picture on my Instagram with the rings too. Nobody talks about that.
You were afraid to touch them. And Carp wouldn't let me hold them after the Beanpot Trophy thing.
Yeah, dude, because people. It was a really good idea that she didn't give you that Beanpot because that would probably be behind you right now.
100%. I will say this. Speaking about the Knowles, when we go to Toronto, the plan is we're going in a van. We're taking all the equipment, me and two guys. I'm gonna reach out to the Knowles. We're gonna stop in Buffalo for a couple hours and have some wings and beer.
Nice.
So that should be a good time.
Where are you staying in Toronto?
Mississauga.
Oh, nice. What rink is that? Powerade Center?
No. Woodbine? Is that right? Woodbine?
Oh yeah.
There's two rinks. I don't know where I'll be playing, but it's in between those two rinks.
Gotcha.
Are you gonna be up there?
When is it?
June 19th, 20th?
I'm gonna be in Connecticut. Yeah. Sorry.
That's all right, buddy. Would have been fun. So do you in the summer, now that you're in, what happened?
I'm trying to figure out a way to do this. Keep going. Keep talking.
Are you on skates at all, Carp?
Oh yeah. I've been on skates.
You doing camps and stuff?
Yeah. So it was actually the month of May is what's called a quiet period, but I can work with younger kids, like below grade 9.
Okay.
So I did this camp. It was awesome. Out in New Jersey at this place called American Dream. You ever heard of this?
Mm-mm.
So it's like it's a mall.
Wait, isn't that the? Oh, never mind. I'm thinking about American Girl. Keep going.
No, yeah, that's different.
Oh.
So it's American Dream's a mall, and it's got a rink in it, right?
Oh.
So I worked the camp it was like 2 hours each morning, and in the same mall they have a giant water park and a giant Nickelodeon amusement park. So I actually this was the first time I brought the kids on the road with me. I was in the rink for 2 hours, like 8 to 10:45, and then after that we went to the water park and the amusement park just the whole weekend. It was awesome.
Where in New Jersey is it?
East Rutherford. It's in the same complex as the Meadowlands.
Nice.
So like they almost share a parking garage. And then I did something in Bedford last week, and then I'll do something.
Bedford, Mass?
Yep.
Oh, the Edge. I'm playing it tomorrow night.
Yep. And then what else am I doing? Something in Wilmington, or I did something in Lowell, and I'm doing something in Wilmington at the end of the month, and then it's like full-fledged. See you later.
Nice.
Until August. So
nice.
Yeah.
How'd you like that on the fly? Do you see
that was good while we talked? Yeah,
that's pretty good. Jersey of the week, Puck Norris.
It's called what? Puck Norris.
Puck Norris, Long Island. 1 second, I got it right here. It is Long Island City, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Puck Norris, dude. They kind of have like the old school Mighty Duck type thing with the Puck Norris on there.
I like that. I like this one also. I like the colors, the purple and teal and white, because the teal's just like hints of it. It's not overpowering. And the logo looks like he's crashing from beneath the ice, possibly. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's jumping out of the ice, dude. It's Puck Norris, bro.
Is that? I can't really see the face. Is that Chuck Norris?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, it's a fucking solid jersey. I'd wear him.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
And it's
is that 69 too that we're modeling?
I was just gonna say that. I think it's 69 too.
Of course it is.
I mean, that's as beer league as it gets.
Yeah.
So beer league debate, right?
Yep.
I was thinking about this because there's been a lot of new music coming on.
You mean like the rap beef?
Well, you have the rap beef, Morgan Wallen, Post Malone, the Taylor Swift album. A lot of things happening right now. What are 3 songs that need to be on your beer league playlist?
And Carp, you can go last because we sprung this on you without any foreknowledge.
So what do you got, Brian?
So are we saying like me personally what I would listen to, or we're saying that this should be it playing in the room?
I think it's both, right? Like,
well, it's not. All right, so I'll pick the ones that are overlap between those two, I guess.
Okay.
Mine is all like older, like rock and roll.
I have 2 older rock and rolls and 1 not older rock and roll.
So my number 3 would be Led Zeppelin, Rock and Roll. I mean, that just gets you. That gets the heart pumping, gets the
Glad
blood
you brought up
flowing.
Led Zeppelin, dude, because I recently was listening to Stairway to Heaven, but Heart's rendition. They had it at they do
You
the
brought this
Kennedys.
up, like 3 different podcasts.
I know, but I was listening to it. It was fucking excellent, dude. So I'm glad that you brought up Led Zeppelin. Dude.
Have you seen the documentary Play It Loud or something like that?
Mm-mm.
Carp? No?
Oh,
The kid who works for me is telling me to watch this documentary. It's about I think it's Jimmy Page.
oh, and Jack White and
And
yeah, I've seen that. It was awesome.
Oh, you did see it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay.
Long time ago. That thing's been out for forever. Since I
Yeah.
was
Well, he's younger, so he keeps
Yeah.
telling me about it. So that'd be my number 3, I guess.
Okay, my number 3 is "Lonely Is the Night." Do you know that song?
Yeah.
I'll play it.
Mm.
This is gonna be.
Is this Billy Squire too?
No, it's yes, it is actually.
Yeah.
What is it? Am I on?
Wait, he's playing it, but we can't hear it.
You can't hear it.
No, it's not playing over the microphone.
Why is it not doing?
I don't know.
Nothing.
No, I know the song though.
Fucking.
You know he's
banger.
from. He's a mass guy.
Is he? Of course he is.
Wellesley. Yeah.
He went to high school with Chris Evans. That'd be my 3rd star.
Chris Evans. Carp, you ready, or do you want?
Yeah, I would have gone. I would actually gone Immigrant Song.
Oh, okay. I was back and forth on that.
Yeah,
That's a good one too.
What is it?
Immigrant Song.
Led
Led
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin.
Okay, I'll put that on my classic rock playlist.
Right? Isn't that it?
Yeah, they do it way better, but yeah, it was good.
Okay, I put on my classic rock playlist. I'll be sure to play it. Okay, cool. That's our 3rd.
And then I would go Beastie Boys, Sabotage.
Mm-hmm.
I like some Beastie Boys. That's a solid pick up there too.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 2, I have 2 of them. They're kind of sound the same. The Stroke and Ramble On. Both of those songs would get me ready to run through a wall, I think.
So you have 2 songs by Billy Squire?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I'm a
And
Billy
Ramble
Squire
On?
guy. Ramble On.
No, I know it. Yeah, I'm with you.
Dream On too, because that just reminds me
Oh
of
my
fucking
God.
Miracle.
So slow.
Yeah, but it's Miracle, dude.
Although I will say this, I've always thought if you were gonna make like a hockey like movie or something, I feel like Dream On the beginning, if you played that and showed the players skating warm-ups in slow motion, I think that would be awesome.
That's
The
the thought.
beginning of that song.
Okay.
That'd be a good scene. So when we do our documentary about our trip to Lake Placid, which Carp is going to play on that team. So.
We got to figure that out. Yes.
And
that?
hopefully Alina's free, because that'll be my line. Me, Carp, and Alina.
Yeah, I got to figure it out, Carp. When I get to the dates, I'll let you know.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd actually be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seek and Destroy by Metallica.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rock song,
And
dude. Classic rock. Love it.
The live version, though. Have you heard the live version of that song? The Mexico City album?
Maybe.
Holy crap. It's unbelievable.
All right.
It's one of my favorites.
Putting that on my list too. Thank you.
Yeah.
My number 1, and this is going to be for me, because in high school, this is what we came out to for wrestling. And I still get, like, when I hear it, I still get, like, the hairs on my forearm.
I would pay big money to see you in a singlet.
Well, play your cards right, buddy.
Yeah.
And the song is by the number 1 band out of Boston, the Jay Giles Band, House Party, and the live version of House Party.
Wouldn't the number 1 band out of Boston be Boston?
No, it's Jay Giles.
Okay. All right.
Some people say it's Aerosmith. I say it's Jay Giles. And this is the guy, I met the drummer, and I went up to him like a loser, and I was like, hey, we used to come out to your song to fire us up in high school. He's like, oh, thanks. I'm like, I still listen to it before beer league games. He's like, please move away from me.
I'm going to put it on in my car as soon as I get into it.
Yeah. I try to time it out so it ends right when I get to the rink.
My number 1 is Levels by Avicii. I fucking love that song, dude.
I have
Run
no
through
idea
a
what
wall.
that is.
You know Levels?
No.
Oh, God.
Levels by who? By Fiji?
Avicii. Oh, my God. Holy
Avicii?
shit.
Is that an opera singer?
Yep.
What is it? Levels
Levels.
by Avicii?
Yes.
AV?
ICII.
Two eyes.
I think so. Rest in peace.
Oh, he's
Oh,
dead.
Oh boy, yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
a few years ago now, right?
yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this person.
Seriously?
I don't
Oh,
think so.
God, dude.
I'm
I'm
waiting
sure.
for the ad to stop so I can hear the song. Here we go.
Yeah.
Carp,
If you
what's your
listen-
number one?
I mean, I'm struggling with this because
This song?
Oh yeah,
This is your number one.
oh yeah. Oh, dude, you want to know what? Probably Bab O'Reilly would be my number one. That's the
Yeah,
song I
you
drink
just
before
made that
not to.
video to that.
Yeah, I probably Bab
better,
O'Reilly.
much better song.
That
That's
song
horrible.
also slaps though. No,
That
my
was
God.
horrible. That was a
God.
horrible song.
You are the old guy screaming at the clouds right now.
I'm not screaming. I'm just saying it's a horrible song.
Get that song off my lawn.
Let me tell you about Jay Giles.
So I think I honorable mention to Hell's Bells.
Oh yeah, okay.
But I would have to say, and I don't even know if I'm saying this right. I'm just looking at my phone right now, but Koch Eyes, is that right?
No, I don't
By
know.
Audio Slave.
Oh.
You know that song. The Bruins used to play it
Yeah.
for their. It's COCHISE. That song gets you fired up, and it's got like a
Cochise?
slow build up too.
Cochise?
I
Oh,
don't
shit.
know. I was just like thinking. I know the song really, really well, and I was like looking at it, and first thought that came to my head was, oh, I have to read this in front of people, and I'm not really 100% sure how to say it.
That's always tough, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, can you hear it? Little Jay Giles.
Oh my God, you miss Jay Giles, kid, dude. Then there's like some honorable mentions of songs you just hear like around the rink, like youth hockey, like "Come On, Feel the Noise," "Welcome to the Jungle."
Thunderstruck.
Yeah,
Thunderstruck. So I used to play on a team that was like the theme song, and we went up to Canada once for this tournament, and that song was they played it in warm-ups, and everybody was buzzing in warm-ups, and we get to they stopped playing music, we're about to do the puck drop, and everybody's at the bench like, that was a bad call for warm-ups.
have you ever played Thunderstruck the game,
No.
Brownie?
No.
So you crack open, everybody has a beer, and you go in order, and every time they say thunder, you drink, and then the next time they say thunder, you stop, and the next person drinks, and you just keep going and going and going until the song's over. So a couple people get pretty banged up because there's a long
you
time
mean you
between
play
thunder.
the song while you're doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That sounds aggressive.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
I
Yeah.
have my honorable mention. I got Black Betty, Ram Jam,
That's a good one.
and because Carp's here, Stacy's mom. I mean,
That's a good one.
teams down by a little bit or teams up. What do they do when they're up?
Surprised you guys didn't say
yeah,
Bon
when we're
Jovi. What's the deal with the Bruins playing Bon Jovi in the third period? Like, holy fuck! get
Because
it
we're
together.
halfway there. It's
Oh,
someone being clever.
Yeah.
I hate
It's
that.
halfway through the third.
They're not.
Well, all right, halfway through the third or halfway through Jim Montgomery losing his shit on the bench. What one?
Those are usually the same time.
It worked.
Yeah, it always works for the crybaby coaches when they do stuff
Oh
like
my
that. I wouldn't know. Our coaches don't do that. So,
No, because you have a new one every 3 years.
hey, we played a lot of jam.
Ked, what'd you think of the Bennett goal? I'm sure you guys already covered this.
No, that was bullshit, dude.
So that was the only. I don't think that the calls are going really one way or the other. Personally, I think that the Bruins they're not playing that great.
No, they're
And
not. But there's two
penalty-
gigantic missed calls. That
Right.
was awful. If you literally read the rule,
Yeah,
everything that happened on that play happened, and they
Yeah.
just didn't go by the rule.
that's the issue I have. Is that like the most important call any official can make is a goal.
Right.
And here's the thing: was Swayman going to get that? No idea. Probably not. But you're taking his opportunity away of even trying to make that
Well,
save.
Coyle was on top of him, right? Wasn't it Coyle?
Yeah, it was Coyle.
Yeah.
Coyle's a
On
big
top
guy.
of him.
What was
Yeah.
the game, the thing in last night's game when Bobrovsky made a shoulder save and they just blew the play
Blew the
dead?
puck dead. Yeah.
know.
Well, what are we doing? You
I
know?
didn't see
Those
it.
are two plays. The Sam Bennett hit live. I can understand how there's not going to be a penalty about that. But you're telling me the NHL didn't have the other view of that?
I
that
wonder
play?
if that play happened and it was Bergeron, would
Yeah.
Bennett get suspended?
I don't know.
Because McDavid, I mean, the suspension for Soucy McDavid's
I don't think they
playing.
had the camera angle, dude. That's the only
But that's
explanation I can
pathetic
think.
that they don't have the camera angle. That's all.
True.
That's like what we said. That's ridiculous.
Truba wouldn't have gotten suspended.
Well, if the guy would have ducked and Trooper would have face planted
Leadership
himself
award.
into the boards
How
again.
fucking sweet was that miss hit, though? Oh, he was going to murder him, dude. He's going to kill him.
Well, I think it was Pete Blackburn tweeted out like there's 2 penalties and 1 face plant, and everybody got up and skated away.
It was wild.
That was crazy. He would have killed him.
He would have. It would have been awesome.
Absolutely killed him. Absolutely. I will say this about the Bruins and Panthers, though. And I don't care about the Panthers diving because it's not like Montreal where it was such an ingrained part of their game and it used to drive me insane.
Yeah.
It's on the refs to call the embellishment, right? And if you're not calling embellishments, and then that's good gamesmanship. But I will say, if you call an embellishment, does that mean that that's not a penalty, right? By the letter of it, shouldn't the embellishment? And I'm not saying this last night. I'm just saying in general.
No. Because sometimes there can be a fucking trip.
No.
But then you can be like, ooh, yard
embellishment?
sale and lose your fucking gloves and shit. And it's like, okay, there's a trip and that guy's an asshole.
Like Ked, the difference is Ked can still like step into my space or something and interfere with me. But if I flop and try and make it worse than it is, that's embellishment, right?
Exactly.
If he like taps my skate and I dive, then that's diving.
So diving and embellishment. Okay.
Yeah. So anytime an embellishment penalty is called, the original penalty still happens.
Yeah.
Right. But
and they're just making it. They're exaggerating it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So you're still going to get that first call, but then you're going to get the embellishment call. With diving, it's like blatant. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You know, you sneezed on me and this kid slid 40 feet
right.
up the far blue line. You know.
And I will say, while we were bashing ESPN, I do not need to hear fucking PK Subban talk about fucking how they're playing straight up and not diving because he was the biggest fucking Greg Louganis out there. Good grief. God damn him.
I hate that Ollie Rackman Larson, dude.
Oh yeah.
I cannot stand him.
Although I will say this, he's been taking late dumb penalties almost like clockwork, so it's been nice.
He is so fake up and drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. But yeah, so that's what we have for the pod. Anything else, boys?
No, it's great to see Carp. Unexpected. It's 1-1, almost midway through the second here for Colorado Dallas at Dallas. With I'm sure that Bang guy is there, and I'm sure the girl is behind the bench for Bednar. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm listening to this perfectly with Ray Ferraro in between the benches. No sound.
That's how it's supposed to be.
I'm telling you, he's paid by the word. He's got to be. Got to be paid by the word.
Well, Carp, thanks for hopping on, man.
Yeah, buddy. Always good to see you. Always good.
A treat.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun. I always love jumping on when I can.
Well, it's great to have you. It's great to have you.
Brownie, anything else?
Well, as always, I will say when I saw the announcement about a transfer and I saw the first name Jade, I was like, oh no, it's not Jade again.
No, sorry, buddy.
I was very excited there for a second. But no, we're coming up on I think that I listened to a podcast and the guy was talking all about the Calgary Stampede. And if you're up in Calgary at the Stampede and you see Jerome McGinley, throw a lasso around him and have him give us a call.
Oh my God! Now we're kidnapping him.
I did it. I didn't say kidnap. I just said hold on to him for a minute and be like, hey, you should hop on the podcast.
Do you see Jerome McGinley? Tie him up for me. What?
Throw him in the back of your van. We'll be in Toronto the 19th to the 20th.
I'll be in Toronto
in Toronto for some reason. That'd be awesome.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Key Sparkling Water and Beauty Unis for not dropping us after this weekly Jerome McGinley spit that we do. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. We will talk to you soon. Go Rangers, go Bruins, go Huskies.
Yeah,
goodbye.
That's it, really. Don't care about anybody else.